Limitations for the current replication study included differences from the original study, threats to internal validity, and threats to external validity. There were differences between the current replication study and Stinson and Dallery's original study from 2023. The type of reinforcer used in the replication qualified as a limitation due to it having different dimensions than the reinforcer used in the original study. In Stinson and Dallery 2023, the participants earned monetary reinforcers. Monetary reinforcers are typical in a contingency management intervention because of its perceived quality across participants. Due to the replication being part of an educational program and the lack of feasibility, we did not find it acceptable to offer money as a reinforcer. We chose a night off from studying as the reinforcer due to its ease to award to participants, feasibility, and its suspected reinforcing ability for all participants, which was determined by a pre-intervention discussion and group vote. It was not further tested to confirm if the participants truly did value a night off from studying as being a high-quality reinforcer for decreasing problematic social media use. Also, it could not be proven that participants who did earn the reinforcers actually took the night off when it was earned. Both factors may have impacted motivation to participate in the study. There were several threats to internal validity that this replication study faced. One major limitation was procedure fidelity. This replication study was completed entirely online, including fidelity checks. It is possible that the participants submitted falsified screenshots and data. The inability to track participants' use of social media on other devices than their phones was a limitation that was shared with Stinson and Dallery's original study. The collection of inter-observer agreement was also a limitation because IOA was collected on weekly averages as opposed to daily durations. The weekly screenshots were submitted to deter this limit from causing major concerns, though the study was proven to not be resistant to this. Reactivity was also a potential threat to internal validity due to this study being part of a graduate course project. The participants were aware that their time spent on social media was continuously being tracked by an application, and that their weekly screenshots and data graphs were to be shared with other members from the group. The use of extended baseline phases was enacted to attempt to control for this potential limitation for those participants that demonstrated highly variable baseline data. Adaptation was another potential limit for the same reason reactivity was. It is possible that participants began the intervention phase with lower duration levels than they normally would have because they knew that their data would be subjected to review by their peers. Mastery criteria and maintenance phase for each participant was included to control for this. Another limitation was the attrition of Mackenzie. This participant missed 45% of meetings, failed to complete the intervention on time, and falsified her reinforcement earnings. Her attrition began 3 weeks after the study had started, and several attempts were made to control for this limitation and to bring Mackenzie up to date with the intervention, including private messages on the group Discord chat and through Canvas's messaging feature, the extension of deadlines to accommodate her needs, and contacting the course instructor. The result of this participant's participation in this study was no usable data due to her low treatment fidelity and absenteeism. Therefore, her results were excluded from the final analysis. The sample representation was a limitation that impacted the external validity of the study. There was a lack of participant diversity within the group. There were no male participants in this replication. There was a lack of ethnic diversity between the participants. All participants were employed within the same field. The participants were not from a diverse range of locations. And all participants were currently attending the same graduate program and studying applied behavior analysis.